Good day, everyone. So, this video is all about Constructor passing arc in Java. So, let me open my NetBeans. So, let us have a sample program. So, let me create class someone. So, let us declare a data int and a variable a, another data type int and a variable b. So let me have a method set data to our 2R that will show, of course, the data. So let me create a method public void set data. So for our variable a and our variable b. Now let me create an operator. So this operator that will reference the variable and the current object. Okay, so this that a, sorry, that a is equals to a, then this that b is equals to b. Now let us create another method, public void show data. The system that out that print line. So value of a is a, and then system that out that print line, value of b is b. Okay, now for our class, our main class here, so public static void main string args. So let's create an object. So for you to create your object, so our class that we used earlier is someone. Then your object, let's say ob1 is equals to new, and then our class name, which is someone. Then our object 1, so set data. So let's say the data is 2 and 3. Then let us show our data. So show data. Then let's create another for our object 1 or ob1 that set data. So let's say 38 and 40. Then let us show our object set show data. show data. Okay. Now let's run our program. Okay. So as you can see in our program, we set our variable A to that the value is equals also to the A, and the variable B is same as the value of its variable. Okay, so the value of A is 2 that we declared earlier, and the variable of B is 3, and we set another object. So the variable A is 38 and the value of B is 40. Now what we have here, so as you remember, when creating a constructor, the constructor must be the same as our class name here. Okay, so we create a class someone, and then we created a method set the data with the two args. Then we will show the data. Now we set our method here to our set data to our variable A and B. Now, in order to get the value of our variable A and B, so I use the this operator to reference the variable in the current object. And then I created another method, so to show, of course, the value of A and the value of B. Then in our class program, so I created an object. Okay, so for you to create an object, so first let us use the class that we declared earlier, which is someone, and then our object is ob1. Okay, equals to new, and then our class, which is someone. So this is an example program for you to show the constructor in ARCS. Now, let me create another example. Okay. So, for example, this is sample 2. Now, what we have here, we will parameterize the constructors with the object as arc. So, let me just delete this. So, parameterize the constructor, okay, to the object as arc, and then we will compute for the area of circle. Now let me create here a class. So let's say the class name is circle. Then let us create a method private double radius. Okay. Now let's create a constructor. Remember the rules when declaring a constructor. A constructor must be the same as your class name. So since our class name here is circle, so let me just add here circle 1. Okay, and then so the format for you to create a constructor, let us use our class name, which is circle 1. Okay, and then let us declare our radius is equals to 0.0, and then let us parameterize or parameterize the constructor. So our constructor is the same as our class name. So circle 1, and then double is the data type for our radius. And then let us use the this operator. So this radius is equals to radius. Now let us passes the object. Okay. So passes the object. So let us have here our class name, which is circle 1. And then, so circle 1, then our object, let's say OB. And then the formula is the radius is equals to the of our object, that radius. Okay. Now after this, let us create a method. Okay. So method to compute for the area of circle. Now let me create another method, double area, and then to compute, so return 3.14 multiplied by the radius multiplied by the radius. Okay. Okay. Now, so after this, let us go to our main program. So let us create here an object. Okay. So public static void main. So I created a method main. So string args. So let us create an object, and then let us pass the parameter. Okay, so for you to declare an object, let us use our class name circle 1. So let's say the object is C1 is equals to new our object circle 1. So let's say the value is 40. And then let us pass the object C1. Okay, our class name circle 1. So let's create another object C2 is equals to new, and then our class name circle 1, and then get our object 1 is C1. Then for us to show the result, so system that out the print line, so area of circle is, okay, so get the object to that area. Okay, so let us run our program here. So the area of circle is 5024. Okay, now what we do here is we parameterize our constructor to the object as arc, and then we compute for the area of circle. So I created here a new class which is circle 1. So I have here a method radius, and I created here a constructor circle 1. Remember, the rule when creating a constructor must be the same as your class name. Okay? And then I parameterize the constructor. So I use, of course, our class name, which is circle 1. So since our class name is the same as our constructor name. And then, so I use this operator. So this that radius is equals to radius. And then I pass the object. So let's say um, our class name is circle 1. Then circle 1, our object is OB. Now, to pass this object to our object, the formula is radius is equals to OB dot radius. Then, I created here a method to compute for the area, so public double area, and the formula is return 3.14 times radius times radius. Now, for our main method, so I created an object and to pass the parameter. So our class name that we created earlier is circle 1. So the object is C1 is equals to new circle 1 and then the value. And then passing the object to C1. So circle 1. So I created another object which is C2 is equals to circle 1. Circle 2. Okay, so circle 2 is C1. Okay, and then for us to show the area of circle, so we get the value of our object C2, and then the output is the area of circle is 5024. Okay, so I hope you learned something new on using the constructor, passing the art. So good luck and God bless us.